as producers, we feel like we're caught in the middle of a trade war that we neither wanted or started or have any influence. Some producers are going to be forced to sell their canola and likely selling it at a loss at the prices that we're likely to see in the near future.
China is one of the biggest markets for Canadian canola products, but it is now effectively closed to producers. The announcement on Tuesday immediately dropped the price for the crop, which is bad news for canola farmers across Canada, with harvest set to begin soon.
So here's another chapter in the never-ending disaster that is today's Canada. China slaps devastating tariffs on Alberta and Saskatchewan's canola farmers, all because the Trudeau government decided right before they left power that Ontario's electric vehicle industry needed protecting. And if you're wondering why talk of Western independence is heating up again in Canada, well, this might just be Exhibit A.
The tariffs are coming at an already tough time for the industry, where producers are dealing with slim margins as they gear up to sell.
We put our fertilizer on, we spent our money on this crop already. So basically we've spent the money, we can't reduce costs anymore. So it's going to hurt.
Let's lay it out. Ottawa imposed 100% tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles to shield Ontario's auto sector. China fired back, but targeting Prairie agriculture instead, our biggest export lifeline. We're talking 75% tariffs on canola seed, 100% on meal, basically slamming the door shut on billions of dollars in farm exports. For Ontario, Ottawa acted like a bodyguard. For Alberta and Saskatchewan, Ottawa opened the door and invited the hitman into the house. And this is where the anger comes from. Prairie farmers didn't pick this fight. They didn't ask Ottawa to go to war over electric vehicles. Yet they're the ones footing the bill. Their livelihoods, their markets, their communities, all collateral damage in a trade war designed to score points in Ontario. Does that all sound familiar? Well, it should. Because whether it's oil and gas, pipelines, equalization payments, or now canola, the message from Ottawa is always the same. The West can take the hit as long as the East gets the benefits. And this is why more and more people out here are talking about breaking away. And it's not some fringe idea anymore. It's growing because every policy out of Ottawa seems to confirm the suspicion that Alberta and Saskatchewan are treated as provinces of convenience, good enough to fund the country, expendable when political calculations demand it. Think about it. If we were independent, would our government ever allow our biggest agricultural export to be thrown under the bus just to prop up some electric vehicle plant in Ontario? Not a chance.
What does that mean for the industry?
Well, basically, it effectively shuts down basically exporting canola to China. It gets back to, if you have a shipload of canola that's been going into China, that itself is worth millions of dollars. And to have a 75% tariff put on that, it effectively shuts down the trade to there. So basically, all of a sudden there are contracts that have been sold. So for China or for canola going to China, so it's very devastating.
On the ground, this is devastating. Farmers who've already sunk thousands into seed and fertilizer are staring at collapsing prices. $5 billion in exports, completely gone. 200,000 jobs are at risk. Saskatchewan's premier, Scott Moe, is literally packing his bags for Beijing to beg for relief because Ottawa can't or won't fix the mess that they created. Meanwhile, in Alberta coffee shops and Saskatchewan town halls, the chatter isn't just about canola. It's about whether this country even works anymore for people out west.
Canadian canola farmers are feeling the blow of Chinese tariffs. China slapped a duty of nearly 76% on canola seed. This came into effect last Thursday. That's in addition to the 100% tariff on canola oil and canola meal imposed this March. China's move is seen as a response to Canada's tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles. So far, the federal government has not announced any help for canola farmers.
This is not a choice between one or the other. The question is, we will be there to support our canola industry. We will be there to support our farmers. And I know that the Prime Minister and the Minister of Agriculture have been working together to address this issue.
And here's the thing. Ottawa calls this national policy, but really it's selective protectionism. They protected Ontario's electric vehicle plants while letting prairie agriculture burn. That's not national unity. That's picking winners and losers. And the prairies? We always seem to get stuck with the loser status. You can only tell people to wait their turn, sacrifice for the greater good, or suck it up for so long. Eventually, they start asking, why stay in a system that's rigged against us?
Our largest market for canola oil seed and meal is the United States of America. Our second largest market is China. We have, uncertainty at the very least, and 100% tariffs on oil and meal going into China now. And now this is added to that. It's not in place. It's added to that. So it's very, very significant to producers, to exporters, and I would say to Canadians as a whole in an industry that employs 200,000 people.
So China has decided to target the agricultural industry mostly located in Western Canada. It's obvious they're doing this as retaliation to Canada imposing a 100% tariff on Chinese electric vehicles in order to protect Ontario's auto sector. Whenever the Ontario car industry has been in any sort of trouble, the Canadian federal government is quick to respond in defense of that industry. Not so much for Western farmers, though. The premiers of Alberta and Saskatchewan have been requesting for over a year that the feds deal with previous Chinese tariffs affecting the agriculture industry, to no avail. If this was the Quebec dairy cartel being tariffed into ruin, the Liberal government would be bending over backwards to protect the Frenchies. So when you see the headlines about Chinese tariffs, don't just see a trade dispute. See another log on the fire of Western independence. Because for farmers out here, this isn't just about canola, it's about being ignored, sacrificed, and betrayed, yet again. And every time Ottawa makes a move like this, more Albertans and people from Saskatchewan stop asking if separation makes sense and start asking when and where do we sign. Hey, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to be notified every time a new video is published, hit the subscribe button and activate the notifications bell. It's completely free and it helps our channel grow. A heartfelt thank you to all our channel members. I really appreciate your support. See you all in the next one. Peace.